let's just have a quick look at the second block of Matthew's genealogy that starts with David here and that goes all the way to the deportation. The last one here is Jeconiah. Let's just look at the two of them and see what we can learn from them. Now, of course, David was sort of like the fairy tale king. He was King Charming in at least how many Christians seem to understand him, and he was the ideal king of Israel. He's the one who united the 12 tribes. He established a firm and strong kingdom, and the Bible says he was a man after God's heart. So he was a great ruler and a great prototype of the Messiah. It has always been promised that the Messiah would sit on the throne of David. So, in other words, whoever that Messiah is, and Matthew is saying it is of course Jesus, he would sit on the throne of David. He would rebuild the kingdom of Israel, but this time it won't just be a local kingdom. This time, and we've seen that earlier in the promise to Abraham, it will be a worldwide kingdom. Now, of course, Matthew wants us to understand that, but he also wants us to understand this part here, that David was the father of Solomon by the wife of Uriah. Just in case anyone has forgotten, the way Solomon became King David's son was through adultery. King David looked at Bathsheba from afar. He saw that she was very pretty. Unfortunately, she was married to Uriah. So what did he do? He had intercourse with her anyway. Out of that came Solomon, who then proceeded as who succeeded David as a king. Now, because Uriah refused to sleep with his wife while he was at war, he was a very godly man. David had little chance from his perspective other than to have Uriah killed, and that's what he has done. He gave him a letter that basically put Uriah in the epicenter of the battle where the inevitable happened, and Uriah got killed. Now, Matthew is dropping that kind of comment to remind us of who David was. On the one hand, this great king who's a prototype for the Messiah. On the other hand, somebody who's just flawed, just like everybody else is. And I think Matthew is doing that precisely to remind us that the people in Jesus' family are by no means perfect. And I'm sure there are some people listening to this who are powerful but may have made some terrible mistakes, maybe involving something like adultery. And what Matthew is saying is that in Jesus' family, there is space even for those people. Jesus is not too holy to be associated with people who have done things like that.